are on our way to Dawson Creek, is the next town over, and I did something I said that I wasn't gonna do, and you guys will find out what it is. But I have Sage in the back in a crate. I'm bringing her with me to be assessed by, well, I guess I'll just spit it out. I bought another goat, guys. I can get into that later. But anyway, this is the same breeder that I purchased Sage and Winnie and Reba from. And I was trimming hooves today and I noticed that Sage has a funky something going on with her udder region. I thought at first that it was just like her mammary system starting to develop. She's a long yearling, has never kidded, has never had babies, has never had an udder before, never produced milk, and she kind of looks like she has this little udder. And at first I thought, well, she's just like got really good dairy genetics and that udder is already starting to create a shape. But I felt it today because it looked a little bit funny, and I felt it and it doesn't feel right. So I am unsure if potentially there's like a tumor or a growth in there, but you can distinctly feel, like above the teat, you can feel one side that you're like, okay, this feels like it would be the normal mammary system, separated by this big hard lump in the middle, and then on the other side there's that normal mammary system again. So there's something that has grown in the middle of it. And so I want her opinion. We'll see what she says, but it probably will end up being where I will have to book her a vet appointment, get confirmation from the vet, and then we'll have to figure out what the next steps are after that. And I think my fuel just dinged, so we're gonna get going here. I'm gonna open up the package that arrived today. It is ringing like crazy. This is another gift from Chris H. Thank you, Chris. We have got some more blue tape, the very precious. This is the tape that I used to put on our crooked foal ladybug, and it has made a world of a difference in straightening those legs up over the last 2 months. And so, like I have mentioned before, I've been going through a ton of this, so the gift is always welcome around here. Whoops. I got it. So thank you so much, Chris, for this very thoughtful gift for Ladybug.
Oh, that's why you're yelling. It's because you pooped in your water, you stupid things. Why you gotta be so smart? So this here is our Willow twin. She's our newest addition, and she needs some maintenance in some bad way. So this is her feet situation, and she's in rough shape. This one especially, which you can't see from this angle. So she doesn't even want to, she wants to stick it out in front of her because she's so sore. But it's very, very long and overgrown. So we're gonna clean her up. Hey, sweet girl. Yeah. Sweet girl. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're going to give her some lice treatment just to make sure, and then I'm probably going to put her in the barn with Peaches and wean Peaches, and then just give her some extra nutrition to get her into better shape.
She's in really bad shape, I'm not sure, but they get her trimmed up.
So before anybody gets all up in a twist about her hoof condition, I know the lady that I bought her from, and she's had a very, very rough year. And sometimes for all of us, things get away from us and it's not what we intend to do, and it happens. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but that's also why she sold a bunch of goats, just because she just didn't have time for them all. And so I still admire her as a breeder, but sometimes things like this happen. It's just a very, very important reminder to all of us that we prioritize their hoof care as well. Food and water and mineral is not enough. These guys need regular hoof trimming. Otherwise, they can go downhill pretty quick.
So I am done. Unfortunately, her left front foot is a lot worse than the others, but the others are definitely better. Still not perfect. There's going to be a lot of corrective trimming that has to get done yet. These legs are probably very, very sore. I trimmed as much as I could, but any further and she would have started bleeding. So we're talking like probably 6 to 8 months of corrective trimming to get her to her former glory, which I know she has the potential for. She was just not kept up properly, which is very, very, very sad. This foot is definitely the worst one. It's totally curled around here. It's curled under. And so I trimmed it, again, I trimmed it back as far as I possibly could, but that one's causing the pain. And so we're just gonna do what we can.
But she likes it.
Yep, giving her a little treat.
Yeah.
Okay, but no more than that, otherwise she'll get a tummy ache.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. Working on getting this all cleaned out so that it's no longer a feed barn. And I will be putting Robin and Peaches in here. Is the plan.
Looks nice in here.
Yeah, the kitties made a big mess. Bits and pieces. But I'll take a look through with my flashlight. It's not perfect. I wasn't really planning to put anybody in here right now, but I just wanted to make sure all the obvious hazardous things were gone. Looks good to me. So we're gonna move Robin and Peaches in here. That way Robin has a buddy and Peaches can be weaned from Bambi. And we'll throw some feed in there as well as some fresh water and mineral. There you go, honey. That'll be nice and warm. Okay, go take the green rope off. I'm just gonna close this a little bit so she doesn't run out. Okay, just put a little mound of hay here for her. Plus it's nice and dry. Outside is wet and I really want those hooves to air out. Excuse the crying, my small human is not very happy. I gave her see what she does with the mineral. Oh.
She likes it.
Yeah. Hey, honey. You're very sweet, girl. Okay, not too mineral hungry, so that's good. Just enjoying her grub. The one bonus of buying so much milk replacer is we have all these nice brand new 5-gallon pails that I can now use for water. Definitely a little bit of a disappointment, especially because we're leaving soon for my brother-in-law's wedding, and I would like to be closer by as she adjusts, but we've got a few days with her yet, so I'll get her settled as best as I can. Don't play with that, that's cold. Very, very cold. Because it's cold water, straight from the ground. So she'll have premium hay. It'll be a nice break for her in the barn. She won't have to compete with anybody for food. So yeah, lots of mineral, water, hay, and then I'll start her on a little bit of grain just because I don't like the body condition she is in. Dairy goats are thinner than like a meat breed, but not that thin, especially when she's not lactating. Hey girl. Oh.
That's mostly why I'm on here, because
Hey, look.
she's gonna try to
Want
get
some
out.
water?
No, she's sniffing.
Take a drink. There you go. She's still getting used to being here. Hey honey. She's very confused. But yeah, she's pretty thin. So the owner dewormed her before she sent her to me, but she's sore on that foot and she's thin, so okay, there's my feed corner for now. Just threw it in the overhang. Nobody's wandering around, so nobody can get into it, but cleaned that all out of the kidding barn. Robin's all nestled in there, and then these guys will get their bedtime food. But first I gotta put my kids to bed because they're losing their minds because they're so tired. Shh. Let's go get ready for bed. So this is a good reminder of why hoof trimming is so important. I literally just had out a group of homeschoolers yesterday to explain the importance of the basic needs of an animal, like livestock, like horses and goats. And I explained to them that, come on baby girl, that hoof care is a big part of that basic care. It's so cold. So cold. Hi Tink. Good morning. Oh, hey. All the goats are being noisy. So noisy. Kitty. Nora, hi. Let's get everybody fed, right? Let's get everybody some breakfast. Oh, you act like you're starving. I think, well, when I had just checked, it was like 4 degrees Celsius outside. And I don't think it's warmed up very much. The wind is very cold. Oh, these are the days that are not exciting. Because winter comes with like a vengeance usually. And usually very, very quickly. And as much as we try to prepare for it, you never really can. I saw some ponies over there. What are you doing? Come on! Okay, well, I got something special for this hard-working mama over here. Hi. Are you ready for some new nummies? Some new nummies? It's going to be delicious. You guys are making your way over to the mud pit. Hi. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Moody Dottie. Good morning, Raven. Hi, sweet girl. I would pet you, but my hands are full right now. Yeah. Hi, you guys. Good morning. Oh, you smell what I have, hey?
And good morning, Jitterbug. Hi, Jitters. Today's a big day, guys. Today's a big day. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Things are getting shaken up around here. It's all about to go down. It's all about to change. But first, let's feed you some breakfast. Aw, you guys. You're so pretty. Aw. So patient. Well, sort of. Not really. Be nice. Stop stepping. You're the biggest horse out of everybody. And you haven't figured out how to stand up. Don't walk on your breakfast. You silly things. Breeze is being picky. I bought her this expensive food and she doesn't want it. Ladybug wants it. Come on. Really? You're the least pickiest horse I know. Ouch, my hand is hurting. Hey, what's the deal? You're really not going to eat that? I know, I kind of gave you just a little bite of powder and now you're turned off. I mean, she's looking really, really good now that she's on 24/7 hay, but it'd be kind of nice if you ate it. I guess Ladybug can eat it. I'll have to figure out something else. Just figure something else for Miss Picky Face over there. Okay guys, don't judge the fact that Ladybug is dirty. She's dirty, guys. But she's doing fantastic. So nice and chunky. Those legs are still, the tape's starting to fall off on that left leg again. It's always the left one. It's never the right one. The left one always falls off first, and I don't know why. But she is all sorts and kinds of chunky. And actually, nope, just kidding. Tomorrow, she is 3 months old. Almost 3-month-old birthday. Pretty exciting. Breeze is also covered in muck because everything's just mucky. It's the way that it is. So as you can see with her neck, she's fairly thin, which is why I'm bringing in a better quality grain. For this morning, sure, I'll grab you just the other plain grain. So I just leave a little bin of grain right here to keep the kitties and the dogs out of it because they will eat it. Here, girl. I didn't bring a food pan up here, but today you can munch off the ground. Yeah, so she's filthy dirty, but like her top line as far as her back is getting better, but her neck is still pretty thin. So she's getting some extra grub, some extra fantastic grain, and then I purchased a hemp product that is straight protein. It's called a hemp builder, and you don't need to feed them very much of it. Let's just put it that way. The supplier that I got it from is just a local farmer. She's like, yeah, like start her off with like a half a cup per day. Like we're talking, this is really rich stuff. It was not cheap, but I figured if I could add it in, then it would, people have had really great success with using it to put extra weight on a harder keeper or just somebody who's lacking top line really quickly. So what I'm gonna have to try is soaking alfalfa pellets, maybe a bit of beet pulp, and then mix in that hemp powder, because it's milled hemp, so it's not overly palatable, but we'll figure out something that works for her. In the meantime, she gets the super awesome Marin full grain, so she's been doing really well on that all week too. Spike, leave it alone.
I can see all of it.
I didn't think she could climb through that little door, but she did. Hi. Gave me a heart attack. Thought we lost ya. Some of you guys remember from the summer that Denny, my little Nubian buckling, was kind of looking pretty scrawny, and so I did a whole deworming protocol with him. He gained back some weight, but he's still kind of scrawny, and so I'm actually going to pull him out of the buck pen and put him in a pen by himself so that he can have whatever feed he needs without having to fight over it or anything. I'm also going to pull fecal samples on Monday from him. I say pull, but gather. You gotta gather the pebbles, take it to the vet, and get a fecal float done. Some of the boys are a little, like Grant is a little bit thinner, just because he was working really hard for about 3 weeks, just actively trying to pursue females to breed them, and so he got a little bit on the thin side. They have this feeder most of the time is filled up with hay. They get fed twice a day, more than they need, to the point where they actually get to choose to be picky about what they want to eat and what they don't want to eat. And so I know that they have more than enough to eat, but when you have goats that are thin, they're not gaining back, they're not bouncing back, you have to start looking at other concerns, whether or not it's just his genetics, he's not doing that well up here, or if it's just that maybe he has a parasite overload and I need to use a specific type of wormer for the specific type of worms and parasites that he might have. So I'm going to pull him out, put him in a kennel all by himself, and then that way I can just watch him and make sure that he is getting everything that he needs. He's head in the hay bale, appetite is great. So I don't know why he's still scrawny. Nope, don't go out, Titan. These boys, oh, as stinky and cute as you are, you're stuck in my rope. Hey, Grant, you are too big to jump on my back. That is not nice. No, Mr. Grant, and I don't want to snuggle you because you're all stinky. And anybody who does not understand a goat, no. Goat behavior or buck behavior during the rut, they take a tinkle all over their face. And so this yellow man right here, that's not the color of his fur. That's urine. He's covered in urine. And that's why they kind of look gross when they've got yellow ears. It's because they're trying to produce their ew, don't do that. Their musky smells as a super attractive man. You guys have bad habits. You don't need to jump on me. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna pull Mr. Denny out of here. He's not stinky, or not really. I don't know. Do I really want to touch you? Yum. Okay, so we're gonna pull him out, and the rest of them. No, Grant, get down. You are much taller than me. Stop it. Okay, so this is proper. He is for sale. I don't want him here. He is not useful to me. He was one of my kids born in December. And long story short, the Nigerian dwarf market is completely flooded, and nobody wants to pay the price of what a quality buck would cost. And I'm talking like $300. Nobody wants to pay $300. So I've been keeping him. So hopefully we can find him a home now that everybody's trying to get their does bred. This here is Titan. He was born in 2024. Oh, you guys are so busy. He's a little blue roan Nubian buck. And then this here is Grant. He's the boy that bred all of my does, all of my Nubian does, I should say. Don't, hey, bad. No. Stop it. Your feet are all poopy. This is Grant. I used him for all my Nubian does. And then here's Denny. I am super excited about using his genetics. That sounds really terrible. I love him. I love him specifically, but he's got really nice genetics. He's balding up here because they shove their heads in there to reach the goodies in the middle of the feeder, and then they rub themselves so that they're bald. Really fantastic genetics, but we need to get his body into better shape. He is, in general, hey, get down. You do not get to jump. Now I'm covered in poop. It's disgusting. So anyways, that's the buck crew right now. No, you stay down. Denny and Titan will be used next fall. Okay, we just grab Denny and get out of here because they're being nasty. All right, hold on, I gotta put this down. This is just like a calf halter that I just use one loop around their neck. And I use it like a leash. Come on, Denny. Oh, here we go. You go. Like, he's not in horrendous condition. Like, it's definitely better than he was, but he's still too thin for my liking. Such a pretty boy, though. Hey, so we're gonna get you settled in to your new kennel in the new great lands of the front yard. This is part of owning goats, owning animals actually, is the fact that when it's muddy and disgusting, ugh, king toes is why. Why do they make them like that? Woo! My hands are freezing cold and covered in dirt. And guess what I'm gonna do? Wipe it on my sweater. Because, well, that and my pants, I guess. Oh, kitty! Oh my goodness, you cannot. She's running right underneath my feet. Okay. Let's just try to click that in. Hi, Bambi. How are you? Huh? Well, don't let them all out. Hi, Peaches. This is what I was doing. See, I almost came in here and forgot completely what I was about to do. Turn on the faucet. There we go. Rinse off my hands.
if you're scared of dirt and you're scared of manure and sweat and blood, I highly recommend not being a farmer, because yeah, you will encounter all of those things. I've already had manure and mud and, well, no blood yet, but we'll see. The day is still young. Petey, you're gonna get stuck. Oh, there you go. Hi. Run, run, run. Hi, pups. At this point, I'm just trying to ignore the fact that there's a huge mess everywhere. Okay, that's not all the way kinked off. Let's see. Is this gonna work? Your new water trough? Oh, it's slowly filling up. Does your breakfast taste better when you walk in it? Hey? You silly guys. Just chowing down. Yum, yum, yum. Nobody's ever mentioned this in a comment, but why is the quad sitting right here? It is sitting right there because that's where it got parked and the key got left in it, and the horses got curious and destroyed the seat and stole the key. So I don't know if you'd call this like a vandalism and run, or not run because they're still here. Somebody stole the key and obviously flung it somewhere and pounded it into the dirt. So it's gone. So now we need to go get another key printed out. But until then, Mr. Foreman is stuck right here with the horses. Does everything have to make sense on a farm? Like, does it actually? Because, I mean, I could explain most of the things away, but somebody else could come along and be like, we'll just do this and this and this and this, and it'll solve your problem. Most of the time, it involves buying something, purchasing materials to be able to fix said problem. And when you're running a farm on a budget, so to speak, we don't exactly just be like randomly, oh yeah, here's $1,000 and let's do this and it'll fix that. It's, you know, time spent wondering what project to tackle, what's priority, and then how much time do we have. So as winter comes rapidly closer, we have to figure out what's priority. Now, to me, I would say that a priority is to fill in the rest of these ditches here. And it would be just that simple if the tractor was running properly. But the tractor's not running properly, and it keeps quitting and it keeps dying on us, and it's not the battery, it's something to do with like the whole fuel line system where junk got up in there and it could have like gotten into the engine. We just don't know. So we need to get like a Kubota service person out here, mechanic I guess, to fix that, and that's not cheap. And so that's where all of these things, I'm just sharing this with you because it's a real part of having a farm, is that one thing is affected by another thing that's affected by another thing. And so it's this whole ripple effect where it's not as simple as we'll just do that. It's not that simple. Believe me, if it were, we would have a pristine farmyard. But we do not, because it is never as simple as we think that it is. Denny, you can't eat that. You can't eat it. No, it's my phone. Oh, the kitties. Here, want some more of this? Want some more? Mr. Petey, you got a new friend? Denny, you're so handsome. We just gotta get you feeling super good, right? Oh, 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 my goodness. You're so snuggly. You're too close. We can't see you. Hey, dude. We'll get you bouncing back. We will. So like I said, fecal sample. We'll see if my deworming did the trick or if we missed something and we need to use a different wormer. These are the kitties. Everything is just soaking wet right now and unpleasant because we've gotten so much rain, which we need, but it makes everybody a little bit more miserable. I should check the calendar, but I'm pretty sure it's only been 9 weeks, maybe 10 weeks since I've trimmed. And this is where all that overgrowth, that hoof wall, starts to come past the sole, and the toe ends up becoming really, really long. So all we do with our nippers is just take off the excess toe and even that all out. Otherwise, that overgrowth can curl over, all that manure and junk gets stuck in there, and you can actually get stuff that gets wedged between their hoof wall and the sole, which can cause a lot of pain and a lot of issues, a lot of separation down the road, which takes a long time to recover. So it's not really the nicest trimming job, but it doesn't have to, we don't want to go too far, otherwise we hit their blood supply and then they bleed everywhere, and that's painful for them, very sensitive. So like that's decent, and that's going to level out how she walks and how she stands so that this pastern can be nice and straight versus her heel dropping and that pastern getting all weak because the toe is becomes like a ski where they're leaning down on their heels. So in order to support their whole body's weight, you want to have these feet trimmed because it affects their whole body. Okay, we're gonna trim Denny's yucky feet real quick. Easy, bud. So he does not need much taken off of them. Just a little bit on the outside. There we go. Pretty good. Gotta do this fast before he runs out of grain.
What?
Oops.
He does not like it.
Not really, no.
He's being a good boy.
He's being a pretty good boy. Good. One more. Hold up, bud. Almost done. Oh, there's poop on there. Yeah.
See that? See that purple part on he?
On him.
On him?
Yep. There.
And then
That's it. And we give him some lice treatment just in case.
if he's pregnant or not.
No,
No.
boys don't get pregnant.
Only girls.
Only the girls. That's it. Hey, is that yummy? Mmm. So not that long. It took me 1.5 minutes for him to trim him up and give him some lice treatment. Actually, it was probably closer to 2 minutes, but still, that's not a very long time to just take care of some basic stuff for a goat that impacts the rest of their life. So trim your goats. That's all I'm going to say. Trim your goats, trim your horses. Make sure that you're taking care of them. And we'll get him a fecal sample sent off and figure out what else we can do for him. So the gate didn't get latched and the goats got into the grain, and now several of them are quite bloated. So first line of defense, give them some probiotics. See if they're gonna be okay. Yeah, we're gonna deal with Robin because she's stuck in there. So we've got to deal with Robin because she's stuck in there. This is why it's nice to have friendly goats and not wild ones. These two are skittish. See that belly on her though? You can't catch the stupid things. Really? Okay, well, I'm not gonna waste video power, but I will catch them, so in one way or another. I don't want to feed them grain, but I did shake a bucket of grain just to get her to come. This is Winnie. Belly's pretty darn hard. Okay, Sage and then Rebel. Just because I'm going to be pretty much using this whole tube.
Mommy, did you do these two already?
No! Rebel, you stupid thing! Okay, well, I had caught Rebel and then I let her go by accident. So I will hold on to her tighter. So Rebel was coughing a bit, which if it turns into frothy bloat, then that's not good. I've got just enough to dose everybody with this paste. My husband's gonna run and pick some more up because I have a guess that we're gonna need it again. Just have to catch Sage, the last dirty rascal. Come here. Come here. How are you guys wanting grain after binging on it? Come here. Gotcha.
You're the last
you
one.
stay down from there. Yeah, see, you can be sweet. Okay, not letting her go.
Nope.
Alright,
Even though she's strong.
here we go. Eat it up, yum. Good girl. That's it. That's all. Good girl. Oof. Alright, everybody's got a fast-acting dose of this. Hopefully, in 25 minutes, we should see a big difference. And hopefully, everybody is okay. So, this is what we're looking at. The reason why I dosed everybody is because everybody has a big rumen and it's hard. They're all walking around a little, there's no other way to describe it other than they're walking around a little bit bloated. This girl, who is usually quite thin, even when she's got a full belly, she's got a hard rumen. She's not sticking up like too high, like over her spine, unlike this girl, Bambi. Winnie is another one right there, and Sage, who you can see that left side, very full balloon, kind of a bit of a hunched, arched back, and their tails are up. That's just all signs that they're a bit bloated. Same with Rebel here. Quite obviously that left side is up. Where you're dealing with serious bloat is if you've got a goat that's laying down, or a cow even, or goat that's laying down and they won't get up, they won't move, they're in too much pain. There's too much trapped gas. But like I said, hopefully in 25 minutes we should see a big difference with these guys. But they ate a lot of whole oats, which they're not used to. They can get away with eating a fair bit of the 16% dairy grain that I've given them because they're quite used to that. The only perk about this happening right now is that they've just been flushed, and so they are at least used to having a certain amount of grain go through their system, but we're definitely not used to straight whole oats, which is pretty rich. I'm also going to bring out some baking soda, which acts as like an antacid. They eat it if their tummy feels a little bit upset, which pretty much guaranteed they're all feeling a little bit nasty right now. They're all busy chewing their cud, which is, again, a good sign. They've each got probiotics into them, and so we're going to give them 25 minutes, and we're going to hope and pray that this bloated goat situation resolves itself quickly and without any serious repercussions. Right? This is why you have a feed shed, unlike my situation that I had yesterday. So everybody's busy chewing their cud, chewing all that grain that they ate. That means that the systems are working for now, but we'll just keep an eye on everybody over the next 6 hours or so. Yeah, she was rubbing her head on me. Silly girl. Willow is my girl that always tends to bloat the most, which is how I discovered that probiotic paste works really well. So again, hopefully we can get these fatso girls looking a little more slender here pretty quick. Alright. Get out of the way, let's see if they'll go eat it.
one went past.
Let's see. Is that weird? Here, look. No, no thank you. Alright, well let's leave that alone so that they can come and get some if they want some. There you go. Hey, you guys got your big fat bellies?
Eva's eating them.
Oh, good.
Oh, and her.
Let's see. Yep, they found the baking soda. Honey, get out of the way. No, let them do their thing, okay? We don't want to distract them. Hopefully that'll make their tummies start to feel better. Reba, are you being all protective over the baking soda?
All of the goats need it. All of it.
We're seeing a lot of chewing cud. I saw some pooping for sure. Faces look like they're happy, not like uncomfortable and in pain or anything. We'll just keep watching them. The one I'm most worried about is probably Reba, just because she is the matriarch, so she probably pushed everybody else off of it. And there's a very good chance that she ate the most grain out of everybody. Depends who found it first, too. If there was a goat that found it first. Rose also has quite the big belly. Hey, you got Tink. Okay, you don't need to squish her though.
Alright.
Reba's enjoying the baking soda, so that's good. I've had somebody comment before about like, oh, make sure the baking soda is aluminum free. While I agree with that, I feed them the same baking soda that I use for my own family. So I am trying to purchase aluminum free and better quality baking soda, but when I'm feeding it to them by like half a box at a time, I can't really afford to spend, a crazy ton of money on baking soda, which they just kind of have periodically and just a little bit at a time. So I'm not too worried about it. Hey, you girls. Hopefully you're gonna be okay. Hey, you guys need to walk around and keep the juices moving. Don't mind the goat screaming. That's Denny. And I think I'm probably gonna move him back to the buck pen. See, look, there's some pooping. It's coming. Yay!
Mom.
It's a good sign when you have bloated goats.
Mommy?
I changed my mind about Denny. I'm not going to leave him in that kennel by himself, even though he's right through the fence from the girls. Just because he sits there and yells and screams because he's not used to it. And I don't feel like listening to him. I will just maybe start pulling him out and giving him some handfuls of grain just for him so that we can hopefully see some improvement yet. Hey, bud, you want to be back with your friends, hey? That's what you want. Hey? And I do, I feed them enough hay that he should be fine. Come on, Danny. Hey, you're back to where you want to be, which is with all your guy friends. You were feeling pretty lonely. Oh, Grant, you're so stinky. I trimmed his hooves this morning, and my hands still stink. Like buck urine. It's disgusting. No, let's not do that. Ew. Yep. It's been kind of a crazy day. It's true, right?
Yeah.
My child is right here. Hanging out.
Hanging out with my mother.
Yes, you are.
You're funny.
Whoa, some cool moves there. Oh my goodness. Why are you still so chunky and fat? Ay, ay, ay. Bunch of bloated goats. You guys gotta do some running around or something. Willow, you are still very fat. Your rumen's a little bit more pliable. You look like you're massively pregnant. Rose girl. Oh, we've got some pooping. That's good. These girls don't look like they're in too bad a shape. Still a little bit on the chunky side. Well, we've got some peeing and some pooping. Perfect. That's good. Everybody's having their bowel movements after getting up. Okay, I'm doing my 9 p.m. walkthrough to make sure nobody's in bad shape. Everybody's gotten up. Winnie, you look pretty good. Yeah, she looks pretty much normal again. And got some tinkles happening. Sage looks like she's moving fine. There's also a chance that they're going to be starting soonish to maybe start getting little cute prego bellies, but that's usually on the right side where they start to get a belly. The left side's where all the grub goes. The right side is usually where all the munchkins hide. Hey? But nobody's looking like they're in bad shape, so those probiotics did their thing. I did not give them any fresh hay tonight. They still have some of like the stalks and less rich stuff to eat, the more just the roughage. And then, of course, lots and lots of water available to them. But thankfully, very, very thankfully, nobody looks like they're in bad shape. So we should be in the clear, and we will make sure that that does not happen again, because that is not okay. You can lose animals very, very, very quickly. Hi, kitty. You can lose animals very, very quickly if you don't catch them bloating. But I think we caught it on time. We acted fast, and they all look like they are in good shape. A little on the roundish side, but by tomorrow, hopefully that'll be all resolved. I'm seeing still lots of normal potty behavior, so I can sleep peacefully tonight, right? You guys are so good at giving me a scare. Yep. We'll see you guys in the morning, okay? See you in the morning. Y'all alive! Yay! Woohoo! You guys are all looking okay. Still very, very fat. My goodness. But maybe you are just getting fat. Good to see nobody bloated and died over the night, though. It's good. They're so cute. Good morning, Nora. Good morning. Ooh. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, what are you yelling about? You have a full feeder of hay. Eat your feeder of hay. What? You lost your voice? Silly boy. Well, folks, you can see that we got frost. This is just the first morning that I've been up early enough to actually see the frost, but we've had frost before. But we've got some cold nights. Hey Nora, is it chilly last night? Over. Good morning, Grace. Good morning. And Dottie. Where's Charlie? I said yesterday was a big day, but oh, good grief. So mean. You silly thing. I said yesterday was going to be a big day, but today is going to be the big day. We're going to move them to my parents' pasture. So while we're gone, they don't have to be fork-fed hay. Right, guys? That is the plan. We'll see if we can get it done. I panicked a little bit because Sage had like that white on her mouth, but it's just baking soda. And I went, yep, she's not feeling so good. She's having some very soft poop. It's not even formed, which for goats, that's pretty abnormal. They're probably still feeling the effects of the grain yesterday.